A meme is going around in Canada of a liberal who is giving the double birdie, and some youth are complaining about this. Let's have a listen of what's going on here.
This photo is a work of art. This photo will define this Canadian election. This older gentleman giving the double middle finger at a Mark Carney rally with a big smile on his face is a representation of an entire class of people that does not care that you won't be able to afford a home, that does not care that you won't be able to have and raise kids in this country, that does not care about the fact that their country and culture is being completely destroyed and decimated from underneath them. This is the face of people who laugh and smile at the fact that you're complaining about the state of this country. They don't care. They love it. They know what they're doing. They know they're ruining things and they love it because they're fine. They don't have to worry about it. And it's not all old people. So don't blame all the boomers. Don't say it's everybody because it's a very select group of people. But these types of people are the ones that want to screw over your future. So are you going to let that happen or
That is very true. It's not all boomers, but it is a handful of them that don't care about the tents going on in Canada and the food lines and the young people that can't save money. This is going beyond living in the basement. This is like you can't afford anything. And I saw there were examples of watermelons costing $20 in Canada. It's unbelievable how expensive everything is here. So let's look at all these memes going in. This is the guy I believe is in Bradford, and look at this one, up from elbows up. That is the hashtag. I thought it'd be like boomer liberal or something. There needs to be a hashtag. I said besides the elbows up there, but that's Canada Stong. I don't know why they write it like that. And yeah, here's a couple of other ones in here. I think this one here's some. I think this is. Yes, see the homicides, everything has gone up, but I guess some people, some liberals, they are very, very comfortable in Canada and everything is fine. There's no violence where they are. There's a lot of money flowing, and I think a lot of people are getting fed up with that. And I often wonder, with Canada's population growing 1.4 million a year, how come it's only the Canadians complaining about the house prices? I don't understand. How can 1.5 million people come here and they're not complaining as much? There must be like 100 people living in a house or something like that. I don't get it unless they're getting paid. And I heard examples of $87,000 a year people are getting paid. And I know there's a lot of protests in downtown Toronto. Here's one with Anita Anand here, the food bank. I don't know why they're so happy with that. And even wasn't there some money that 25% of Canadians got food stamps or something? And Trudeau was bragging about it. Like, wow, there's that many people that make like under, I don't know what it is, 50,000 or $40,000, 40,000 a year or something like that. Here's the one with JJ here. This one. I know this chart has come up before. Canada is like dead last in the per capita growth rate in Canada. This is how sad it is, and how we do need change in Canada. There's also a meme or a video that I made here. I'll flip it over. This is the video that I was just making on there too. In the 80s, 15% of your income went to buy a home for $70,000. And an average salary was a bit less then too, but considering 15%, because now it is over 50%, and we're talking the taxes as well, and everything to maintain a house. It's just so expensive now. And that house in the 80s in Toronto is going to be like 1.4 million. You ever see those videos where do you want to buy a castle in Italy or Florence or in France, or one in Toronto? That's what's really sad about this, that people are pushing for it, because they should give younger people a chance. And we all have kids and family too that would like the same chance. And I know buying your first home, you have to save up for a couple years and save and save and save for a long time and manage it, but you can do it. But now it's so impossible. For $1 million in Toronto, you get something that is just in a bad area or super small, a studio, and it needs to change. Mark Carney pushing for now, what is it, $130 billion he wants to invest in Canada over 4 years. Are we just not tired of the money printing? that he will do? Like, are we not tired of the money, the taxes havens that he's used? Are we not tired of maybe news coming out with that Madam and Jeffrey Epstein, if more information comes out that we just don't know? And there was an English language debate, and Mark Carney didn't want to talk for, he said that it was Rebel News or Kean Bexty or whatever asking a question and they wanted to control it. We know so little about Mark Carney, and what we do know is so not good and bad, and he just won't let Canadians get to know who he is. And I think it's all done by design. The more people will know about him, the more they won't like him. So why would you put another 4 years in of Liberals? And it's the same Liberal MPs with the horrible ideas. And you can say that they just wanted to not rock the boat and follow be a team player or whatever. They represent constituents and they just did not want to say anything with Trudeau. And maybe they didn't want to say anything because they thought it was a brilliant idea and keep it up. And you notice the last 6 months, all those dumb MPs, they're all so quiet. I can't believe it. The genius move of Trudeau to turn down the heat in Canada for the hate that he had. They turned down the hate, but picking Mark Carney is just I don't even know who would have been better with Chrystia Freeland or and what happens with Chrystia Freeland when saying that they want to have women they want to support women in politics and all of a sudden the Liberal Party they just kick out Ruby too, Ruby Dahlia. It's unbelievable. Everything with the Liberal Party is horrible. And even I made a meme too or a video about the Agendas 2100 and the fact checkers at the CBC said, "Oh, that information is not on the Liberal website." It doesn't matter. With 1.4 million people a year coming into Canada, it will take 42 years to get there. By 2067, it'll be 1 million people. Like the house prices will just keep going up even more. I still don't get it. How is it possible that the house prices keep going up and it flooding Canada with 1.4 million people, and they're not complaining about the house prices? I don't get it. Like, how can you come to Canada with no money and get $1 million to do stuff? And you see those protests in downtown Toronto every single day. Like, I don't get it. And the Canada or Toronto supports you back home. Holy smokes, don't we have enough problems? And we have people every single day. I don't even know, do they work? Like, don't you have like a couple of weeks of vacation a year? And these people are out there every single day. I'm almost thinking that the government is paying them just to walk around and do it. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this. I don't know. I think I'm going to hashtag it a boomer, liberal boomer or something like that just to keep the consistency down. Anyway, thanks for watching Canada Wide. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.